Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button with the little bell for all the notifications of when I go live. And of course, when I post new videos here on YouTube as well. So I want to thank you very much for joining me for today. So today we're going to be doing the angelic messages for the full supermoon in Aries that we just had and things of that nature. So we are going to be doing the specific angelic messages for that for today. And hopefully you are doing well and everything of that nature. So hopefully everything is going well on your end and everything of that nature. And hopefully your week has been overall pretty good. I know we've been having a rough couple of weeks, and unfortunately, from what I've been hearing and seeing, is that there will be a couple of rough um, patches yet to come and things of that nature. So that is very, very much there and everything like that. So, but yeah, so we do have that coming up as well. So, without further ado, I did want to mention that we do have a new month. We are in the month of October. So this brings us to the special of the month, which would be the 1010 angelic messages and everything of that nature. So it would be the 1010 angelic messages for what you need to know for the 1010 energy portal. And if you would like that, it will be on sale. So the cost of that would be the $40. So if you would like that and you would like to take advantage of that special, email me at Alex T as in Tom Artman ARTMAN 21 yahoo.com with podcast special in the subject line. And then you'll be able to email me the details, and then we'll go from there. I can either send you out a PayPal invoice, or you pay it through the different links that I have provided in the description box below. So that is the new angelic messages, which is really, really exciting. I'm very excited in regard to the angelic messages for the 1010 energy portal. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, it is where that is at. So basically, you'll get the kind of similar to what we will be doing here today, which is the insight right off the bat. And then, of course, you will be able to have the cards as well. And then, of course, you can also ask 2 questions as well. So when I post it to my Etsy shop, it will be a little bit more. So that is there. And of course, if you would like other angelic message readings, you can visit my Etsy shop at Angel Soul Blessings 777. And then that will be where that is and everything like that. So without further ado, let us go ahead and dive into the angelic messages for the full moon and everything like that. So at this time, I ask that you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, have your heart wide open to be able to receive the messages that you're about to receive, and then, of course, light a candle to surround yourself in God's white light, and also to be able to invite your angels in at this time. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I will go ahead and take a moment here to connect to the angelic messages and see what comes through right away. And then we'll pull some cards and we will go from there. So at this time, while I'm tuning into the energies, they're already talking really fast to me. I was like, okay, they were really like ready to go. But ask your angels to ask for a specific message during this reading. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and take a moment of silence here, and then we'll get connected into the energies of the full moon in Aries. Alrighty, so right away when I'm tuning into the energies that are around us during this full moon, is that it's all about allowing us to see things from a different perspective. So, seeing things for what they are, and also allowing some insights into our daily lives of what we need to change. So, the angels are also really pointing out that it is also a time of breaking old patterns and allowing, once we break those patterns, allowing new to be able to come in to our lives and everything like that. So, that is really, really special as well, because that is where it is all about just us allowing that transformation. And this is all about leading us to that inner transformation, which can create an exterior transformation. So I feel like it's all about creating change uh, to allow new to come in, is basically what the messages that are coming really through for this full moon is where that is at. So, and the angels are also really saying is that it's also about a time of expecting the unexpected and things of that nature. So I know that can be a little bit scary. And the angels are really saying that you are also protected and you are divinely guided during this time. So they are saying not to worry, even though they know we as humans will have a habit of getting into that worry and that fear and that doubt, and we'll go into that woe me kind of pattern during this time, but and during this, it's all about a shakeup. So, um, really, that has been the theme in the weeklies, and also what I have seen in other people's videos as well. It's all about a time of shaking things up and allowing things to just happen. Um, so it's all about allowing things to be able to release and helping us to recognize what we need to see so that way we can change the outcome of our lives and everything like that. So that is really where the angels are saying that it's time to go within, not being afraid of going within, and allowing you to face whatever it is that you need to face, basically, is what the angels are really, really saying in regard to the full moon and everything like that. And where the energy is just shifting us to help us get down the path where we need to be able to go and everything of that nature. So, and again, I know I mentioned this in the past, but it is important and critical to say that it is important to take time for self care, self reflection. Meditation would be important during this time, and allowing you to receive the answer. And when you receive it, don't be afraid of it, and to accept the answer that comes to you, and everything like that. So that is really where that is at and everything of that nature. So that is very much incredible of the messages that are coming through for today and everything like that. And they're also saying it is important to release the karmic patterns. So they're saying also to take a moment in your life to look at repeating patterns and ask yourself why these patterns are repeating. So, and allowing your time to reflect upon that in order to create that change. What needs to change in order for those patterns that are no longer needed to break away? So that is another message that was coming through for us as well. So let us go ahead here without further ado into the card messages and everything of that nature. So we're actually using a different deck. Yes, I do have other decks. I just love the ones that are my go-to, but we do have a different deck. This is the Moonology Oracle deck by Yasmin Bolin. And isn't it a beautiful deck? And this is always one I like to use for the full moons and the new moons because it's connected to that energy. So that is there. So let me go ahead and shuffle, 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 and then we'll get started here. I'm going to put the mic down while I'm doing that. Okay. What does everybody need to know for this full supermoon in Aries? What does everybody need to know for the full supermoon in Aries? Hallelujah for the first card. Okay. All right. So it couldn't be more clear and everything like that. So we're going to go ahead and hop into it. So the first card here is when I said hallelujah for that is the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So, yes, this will lead us to the end of tough cycles that we are currently going through. But it's important to note that if we are not putting in the effort and doing our own shadow work during this time in regard to being able to release certain things and situations and our work through our fears and doubts, then this will take a little bit of time for that cycle to approach. Remember, we're also in a 9 universal year, which is all about endings. And next year is a 1, so this is going to start out with new beginnings. So that is where that is at. So full moon in Capricorn. So think of a Capricorn. Think of um, a logical approach, a practical approach. Also, when I look at myself, because I am a Capricorn, um, not to be avoidant of things that are not, or not to be avoidant of things that are coming up, and not to avoid them, but to face them and to create that challenge, which in therapy is all about where therapists do love to challenge. And so that way we can be able to create the change and get us to step back and think. So, not to run away from our fears, but to face them is the message as well. So, and then, yes, the end of the tough cycle approaches, but it also might be slow moving because Capricorns generally are slow moving. So it may take us a little bit of time to approach these rough topics that are coming up for a lot of us and things of that nature. And it could be in every area of our life that things are doing this shakeup and everything like that. So just be prepared and work with the angels during this time, work on our inner selves, work on our own healing, and things will not be as bad. So, and things like that. And if they are, and if things come up, it's where things will balance out or will work out. And just that is there. So, the next card here is perfect because it is adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So, this is all about what steps do we need to take in order to make a pivot in our lives. So, think of the situation in Friends when it was Chandler, Rachel, and Ross, where they were basically out trying to move that couch and everything like that. So, and where they were wanting to move it, and then they were trying to get down the stairs, and that famous line of pivot, which I use all the time in certain things like that. Whenever we have been moving things in my inner circle, I will always say pivot and everything like that. So, and that is where it's just saying that we need to think of things differently. And that goes back to that Einstein quote as well, which I love to say. And one of my supervisors said it in the past where we expect change to happen, but if we keep doing the same thing, which it causes the same results, it is where it can lead to insanity, or it is insane, basically, is along the lines of that quote. But it's just basically talking about if we keep trying the same things over and over again, and then we are having, or if we keep doing the same thing and then we have the same result, then how can we expect a change to happen if that keeps happening? So, again, it's just that perspective of what areas do we need to make adjustments in? What do we need to be more honest with ourselves in order to make those changes and things of that nature? So, and then the next one here is show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So, allowing yourself to be authentic, allowing yourself that growth, allowing yourself to be the real you, not being afraid of the real you and not hiding behind a mask and everything like that. So that is very much there and things of that nature. So it's not hiding behind a mask or anything like that. So yeah, so that is definitely very much there and everything like that. So the next card here is that we have is a new start is coming, new moon. So this is just saying that what every spiritual person has been saying is that a new start is coming. It's important to trust in the process, keep going even through the tough times, and know that the new energy is just trying to get us on that new path. This will bring in those new opportunities for us and everything like that. So that is really where that is at, and everything like that. So that is where it is important to know that it is coming, and just we got to work through these things in order to grow and evolve. Is what it is. So the next card is have faith in your dreams, which is waxing crescent moon, and just allowing yourself to believe in yourself. Very much Archangel Michael card, and he's reminding us to have the courage in ourselves to pursue our dreams, and this goes along with that new energy. And having him, he's also reminding us to allow us to create a plan. What plan do we want to put in place to implement what the changes are, and also to meet our goals for the new energy and what our dreams are in order to get to where we want to be. So, and he's also saying, how do we stick to that plan and not lose the motivation? Because he's like, humans are lazy sometimes, where want to say we say things, but we actually don't mean them. So, that is where that came out. I don't know why that came out, but it did come out. So, I'm just being 100% honest with what I'm hearing, um, and things of that nature. So, yeah, I know that can be a little, seem like a little harsh, but it's in a loving way. And just, they're trying for us to be able to create that change. But if we're not doing the change, then again, mm, what can we say? It's like asking the same question over and over again and expecting a different answer when the answer was already provided. Just saying. So the next card here is that we have is the overall is time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So for my lovely Scorpio friends out there, this is a card for you. And it is all about releasing negativity. So releasing any fears, releasing any doubts, um, and everything like that. Releasing anything that holds us back. So that is very much there. So the next card here is that we have is the last card is be bold and make the first move. And that is in Cardinal Moon. So this is all about allowing us to take that action step, not being afraid of taking action, and making the changes. Otherwise, we're just going to be in that stuck pattern. And I feel like for some of us, it is where we do get comfortable in that stuck pattern. And it's up to us to find a way to get out of that stuck pattern, and feel comfortable, not feeling comfortable in that stuck pattern. So, yeah, so that is where that is at. So I will also use the regular tarot here, for doing some clarifier cards. Okay. So the first clarifier card, which would be the end of a tough cycle approaches, clarifier. And ooh, okay. They were very jumpy, but I won't take those because there were too many. The end of a tough cycle approaches. All right. So we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is king is a natural born leader of people and very capable and confident in their abilities. The king is interested in creativity per se, but rather or isn't interested in creativity per se, but rather taking an idea and enlisting others to help in actualization of it. You have a clear vision of what you want. Natural leader, visionary, and entrepreneur, big picture leader, overcoming challenges, mature, career focused. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire. So overcoming those challenges in our lives, and that is where you can also enlist the help of other people, in order to help get you through those tough challenges. And it's important to note that we're not alone in this process. So that is that card here. So we are going into the next clarifier of adjustments are required. So clarifier card for adjustments are required. Okay. We have the Four of Cups. You're feeling strategic and you're having a hard time focusing on the things that are once made you happy and fulfilled. Be mindful of possible opportunities. You may be inclined to pass up on events, but may realize later that they would have had an amazing things. meditation, contemplation, apathy, revelation, restlessness, discontentment, boredom, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and water. Not passing up on opportunities is very much important because you never know what can come out of those opportunities that are coming in. So that's very much there as well. All right. So show the world the real you. Clarification. Okay. So we got two hopper cards. We got the Sun card, Major Arcana people. You're certainly feeling the warmth of the sun and having much to be thankful for. Quite a lot of joy and abundance are headed in your direction. Your energy and confidence are infectious. Shine onto those you care about most. Positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, all is well. Sun and fire. So knowing that things are coming in and they're shining a light on the different areas. So time to get the gears going. So with that, we have Queen of Wands. You're finding yourself to be self-aware and confident as you're discovering your life's purpose. You know what you want and how to get it. Stay laser focused and keep that friendly, optimistic attitude. It will serve you well. Courage, confidence, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, joy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, and now we're going to go here with a clarification for a new start. Curious of what this one will be. A new start. Okay. Here we go. We have Nine of Cups in reverse, lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. So, all about trying to find our inner happiness and our inner joy in order for that a new fresh start to come. So, um, what can we do to change that in our lives, and how can we find that happiness in our lives? Is basically what the cards are saying. So we'll go ahead here with a clarification of have faith in your dreams. Alrighty, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Clarification. Okay. We have the Emperor in reverse, domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, rigid, stubborn, tyrant, recklessness. So, again, not being, not trying to control the outcome of things, allowing yourself to go with the flow of things that are coming in. So, trusting in the divine and the process of the divine. So, that is very much important. So next we'll go here and it is time to release negativity. So clarification for time to release negativity. Sorry guys, random phone spam on my thing. I should really turn off the do not disturb things when I do these. Okay. Oh, okay. It is the chariot. You're overcoming trials and regaining control, strength, and willpower are vital to ensuring victory through the path of obstacles ahead. The key message is that you need to maintain focus to emerge successfully in the next phase. Stay in the course and follow your plan with confidence. Movement, progress, action, integration, determinants, willpower, control, direction, departure, courage, victory, a journey. Moon, Cancer, and water. So remember, as we all know, with the chariot, is that things will speed up. So it will take you to that destination point. So, and helping you along the way of getting to that destination. So that is very much there. So the next one is be bold and make the first move, clarification. And the last one. I wasn't expecting this to be as long as it was, but it is what it is. Sometimes I can't control. Oh, okay. So and the last one is King of Cups in reverse, moodiness, disappointment, overactive, imagination, jealousy, untrustworthy, unreliable, unpredictable. So, it's allowing us not to have expectations on an outcome. So whenever we are creating those change and when things don't turn out the way that we expect, we get disappointed within ourselves and then we usually end up giving up in regard to that as well. So that is just really where that is at and everything like that. So it's important to keep on going and moving forward with our dreams. So that is those cards. Just kind of putting the cards away here as we go along. All right, so we'll use another deck here. Okay. So with this deck, it is the Angel Prayers by Kyle Gray. I always like to use these during the new moons and full moons as well. Sometimes I will incorporate them into personal readings. It just I go by whatever deck I am drawn to with personal readings. So that is usually how I like to go about it. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle again. And what does everybody need to know with this full supermoon in Aries? Full supermoon in Aries. Angel messages. Oh, okay. Okay, so the first card here that we have is the Miracle of Prayer with Archangel Xenophon. Thank you, Xenophon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So know that your prayers are being heard. Sometimes it just takes things a while to come into fruition, and it's also trusting in the divine timing when it comes to answered prayers, allowing us to have faith. So, in everything that we ask for when we pray, and everything like that. So that is where that is at. And everything like that. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So the next card here is that we have is Transformation with Archangel Zachiel. Thank you, Zachiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. So again, those past challenges are drawing to an end. And it's all about inner transformation and soul, allowing that soul growth to happen. and everything like that. So that is where that is at. So transformation is a beautiful thing. So the next card here that we have is the spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. So it's all about where things are going to be coming in, and it's going to be a joyful time. And where it'll be abundant in areas, but we got to go through the hard work in order to get to that as well. So the next card here that we have is take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. So releasing what no longer serves us. And then calling upon Archangel Michael to cut any cords and Archangel Raphael to heal those cords. It can be in any form, attachment issues or addictions or anything that no longer serves us. So, yeah. So the next card here that we have is unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. So know that you are truly loved by your spiritual team and those that are around you. Know that you are loved during this process, and to have faith that things will work out. So the overall message here is that we have is connect with music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. So pay attention to signs and symbols. There might be some hidden messages within music that we need to pay attention to, and it can also relate to our dreams as well. So pay attention to our dreams during this time to help us work through our issues, because they will deliver signs and symbols in dreams that we need to decipher. So the next card here that we have is spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. So again, it's all about having that support and that love and knowing that your spiritual team is around you. So I feel like those are very fitting as well. So awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. So now that those cards are out of the way, we will go ahead here into the Soul Journey lesson cards. Woohoo, by James Van Prague. So let us go here with that. Okay. What are the lessons for the full moon, supermoon in Aries? What are the lessons? Okay. So interesting. Here we have is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So I feel like the message with this one is in terms of acceptance, allowing acceptance into our lives. Now, I feel like with this card, it is where I feel like we will grieve the change in essence, and if that makes sense, it's like where we push away things or we release things that no longer serve us, but we may be sad because we're used to that kind of thing happening. And it may be a comfort in some ways. Again, talk to a counselor if you need to for those specific situations. But it's learning to accept that, releasing the old patterns, and also where it is just important to allow the new and everything like that. So that was definitely a deep message there. So the next card is that we have is the health card. I will honor the physical vessel that nourishes my soul. So this is all about taking time for us, both on a physical level, but also a spiritual level as well. Of course, I'm not going to go in depth with physical health conditions, as I personally do not read into health related matters. So that is one of the boundaries that I set. I don't read legal, medical, or financial. I can take a look at overall if the things will grow financially, but like if you need in-depth support, always go to a financial advisor if you are in need of that. So, um, I can't look in depth with a certain thing. So, um, that is where that is at. So, but yes, so that is just kind of like taking a step back through it, all these changes, taking note of how you are feeling in the process, and everything like that. So, but next we have here is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yep, yep, yep. So honoring the challenges that you're going through to help you uh, learn and overcome. And this can also be related to past karma as well. So releasing those old karmic wounds. All right. And last but not least, we are finally here with the last card, which will be the Soul Truth Awareness deck that I love so, so much. And then I'm putting this down while I shuffle. What does everybody need to know for this full moon? Okay. Wow. Okay. This is a perfect message. Where am I called to use my voice right now? And you have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Today's soul action: share your story with at least one person today. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. Wow. So, your voice matters. So, just know that your voice is important as it can help not only yourself heal, but others heal as well. So that brings us to the end of the reading. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. And with the little bell for all the notifications of when I go live. And if you would like that podcast special of the month of October, which is where it is the 1010 angelic or the energy portal, angelic messages, email me at my email and then put podcast special in the subject line. Remember that is $40. So, and if you'd like also other readings, I do have them on my Etsy shop at Angel Soul Blessings 777, and everything like that, which is linked in the description below. And until next time, everybody, I am sending you so much love, angel blessings, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye, everybody.